and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Monday the 13th of November. In this video we're going to look at 2 UK and 2 US stocks, which is, as you know, what we usually do on these stock videos. In the UK we're going to look at the London Stock Exchange, LSE, and Hurricane Energy, HUR. Haven't looked at that for quite a time. And then in the States we're going to look at Alibaba, which is the code BABA. They've had some great sales come out of China with Singles Day, and obviously we've got the upcoming Thanksgiving and Black Friday in the States. And then we're going to look at Walmart, which has got figures coming out this week. Let's look at those charts. So starting with London Stock Exchange, and obviously there's some controversy over the chief executive retiring, and whether he was pushed out or not. That's caused some uncertainty in the share price, and you can see on the weekly we've drifted below the 20-week moving average. We've had maybe the start of a downtrend with the pattern of two lower highs. Could even be a double top in some people's mind, and we've got the momentum declining. RSI now down at 50.07, MACD tracking down quite aggressively. On the daily picture, you can see that the moving averages are causing resistance. The 20 crossed the 50 in a downward direction, which is a bearish signal. That was on the 1st of November, and today so far we've got an engulfing bearish picture, as well as the whole body encompasses the previous day's trading. If that is confirmed at today's close, that's another bearish sign. I mean, obviously it's only at 12 o'clock at the moment, so halfway through the trading session. Where would we go if we fail, if we do go lower? Well, the support seen at 36.50 will fail, and that will take us down to next support 35.75, around that level. The rising 200-day moving average is at 35.47. You can see that on the daily we've got negative momentum, RSI down at 28.48, and MACD also tracking down. You can see again we've got this engulfing picture on the 4-hour chart. That's obviously just today's 4-hour movement. Expect lower downside from that. Negative momentum, RSI down at 30.33, MACD tracking back down again. Okay, moving on to Hurricane Energy. On the weekly picture you can see that the rally that we had in September took us up to the 20-week moving average. That has caused the resistance, and it's still a factor as that 20-week tracks down. Presently at 29.59, so marginally above where the spot is, 29.5, but is a downward mover for this stock. Momentum, negative momentum. It did bottom out. RSI trying to pick up, but it's still way down at 38.65. But we are seeing some recovery from the MACD as they're tracking up, but still below the zero. I mean, on this chart, if we can get back above the 20-day, it'll take a few weeks for that to turn round. If it could turn round, you could then see maybe a push up towards the resistance seen about the 35 level. Key support to the downside is seen at 26.75. On the daily, you can see that it's a bottoming picture, but it has brought some concerns today. I mean, I decided about 3 or 4 hours ago to do this video on Hurricane, and it was above the moving averages then, but we've come back below now. It's all in the timing. If we stay below the moving averages, the 20s 29.86 and the 50s 29.88 28. Spots 29.5. If we stay below those moving averages, they will roll down again, and then the key support is seen at 28.36, the low of 27th of October. If that's broken, that breaks the pattern of this bottom in, and then we would be testing the supports at 26.5 again. For any upside, we need to get back above those moving averages in the next couple of days. We then need to break the resistance seen last week's highs, 31.1, and then that would see us then test the resistance between 32 and 33. On the 4-hour chart, you can see that today's move has taken us back below the moving averages on this chart as well. The 20 is now rolling down, did cause some resistance on Friday's move, and the 50s also started to track down. If we stay down in around this 29 level, the 20 will cross the 50, which would be a negative influence. For any upside, we need to get back above those moving averages very quickly. Momentum has been lost on this 4-hour. RSI down at 37.8. And the MACD, the short term, is tracking below the long term and will go below zero later today or tomorrow. Okay, moving on to American stocks. Starting with Alibaba, the 4-hour. And here you can see that it's in a very strong uptrend above the moving averages. RSI perhaps having a few non-confirmations, didn't reach a high last week on the high in the stock, so be aware of that. Also slightly overextended from that 20-week moving average, and the MACD just starting to roll as well. So overall okay on this weekly, but some slight concern coming through. On the daily, and you can see that we're above the moving averages again. They've given good solid support throughout the time span of this chart. The 50-day came as support at the end of October, and they're still moving up in a bullish formation. Momentum still okay, 59.72, ticking along, showing upside momentum. MACD short term still above long term. As long as these moving averages hold, you stay with any long position, and I would use those as an entry point at the moment. Looking at the 4-hour, again moving averages giving support, quite bullish. On Friday, the 20 crossed the 50, moving upwards. Momentum slightly lost. RSI down at 57.77. MACD rolling as well, so just keep your eye on those. Needs to just stay above that 20 on the 4-hour. Moving on to Walmart, they've got figures coming out later this week. You can see it's had a really good move after bouncing from the 20-week moving average. 6 solid weeks up since then. That 20-week is slightly getting overextended away from there, but you can see that we did break into new high ground from the previous highs, which were seen in January 2015. So a positive move to the upside on solid upside momentum. You can see the RSI up at 77.92. On the daily, again moving up very well. We had a bullish cross on the 20 crossing the 50. That heralded the gap, and we've had a good solid move up from there. That 20 will give the first support at 88.17. Perhaps a non-confirm coming through on the RSI, but still showing positive momentum, 72.93. That does need to move higher over the next couple of days. And likewise, the MACD is starting to roll, so just keep your eye on those. And finally, looking at the 4-hour, again finding support from the moving average, good solid momentum. RSI here did go to a new higher level, which was good, so no non-confirm here. and actually the MACD are just starting to diverge once more, short term above long term, so a buy signal coming out from there. So that's been TA for traders, looking at 4 stocks. London Stock Exchange looks vulnerable to the downside. Hurricane Energy needs to get back up another half p very quickly, or it looks vulnerable as well to the downside and will test supports. And then in America, Alibaba still looks okay and a solid uptrend, and Walmart again okay, but just keep your eye on those short-term momentum indicators. Thanks for watching this video. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't just cover single stocks, also equity indices, the FX markets and the commodity markets. These videos are for information only and are my opinion, and they're not an investment recommendation.